to catch up. I haven't come to some of the classes. I wanted to see if there's something I like to join. I think it feels nice, and I haven't had that much experience, so I don't know.
No, that's okay. But just to say, what's your name? Your name, Freddy?
Yeah.
Okay, Freddy. Nice to meet you. That's very good. And so you just come to learn a little bit about what we are doing here.
That's right. Yep.
Okay, wonderful. So today we're going to cover all about our digestion. I'm going to teach you a few important things that are very, very important for everyone, and understand why we speak all the time about this important organ. And so
yeah, I'm looking forward, and I think it's a wonderful topic.
Yeah, I think it's one of the most important. This is where all diseases begin. All diseases begin in our gut, so we have to understand why. So for that purpose, I think that will be incredible. And I put a story from my book that I'm writing, and I will share the story. I will read the story so that way you understand. Okay, so let me read you the story. We have few people here, few people on Instagram, and let me share you the story. The story starts like that: who is in charge? So what do you think? Who is in charge? I mean, obviously we say that God is in charge, but now I'm saying in our system, who is in charge? So one day, all the organs of the body gathered together. They had a picnic, and they had a very interesting discussion. In each one believed he was the most important part of the body. Each organ come up and said, I'm the most important. The brain spoke first, and the brain said, I am in charge, said the brain, because I control the body and direct all of its functions. Without me, nothing would happen. This is what the brain said. Then the blood quickly answered, no, 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 no. I should be in charge because I carry oxygen and nourishment everywhere. Without me, all of you would be weakened. Then the stomach puffed itself up and said, I process the food and I turn it into the energy. And without me, none of you would have a strength. Then the legs stood up tall and said, no, you don't understand. We are the legs. We are the most important. We carry the body whenever it needs to go. Without me, nobody moves. And then the eyes blinked confident and said, and I allow the body to see the world. All the organs nodded proudly as themselves. But then quietly the bowels spoke. And I said, but I think I am in charge. I'm the most important, because I removed the waste from the body. And the room burst into laugh, and ha ha ha, everybody was laughing and laughing. This is crazy. The bowels don't know what the hell they're talking. They don't understand. It's just ridiculous. Well, the bowels got very upset. So what he do? He stopped working. Okay. At the first, everything seemed normal, but after a short time, the brain developed a terrible headache. The stomach became swollen and uncomfortable. The legs grew weak and wobbly. The eyes became watery and tired. Even the blood itself became burdened with toxins. Slowly, the whole body began to suffer. The organs looked one at another in confusion. What is going on? What is happening? And then they finally understood no part of the body can function properly if a waste is not leaving. So this is where the bowels come in the picture. This is one of the most important topics. This is why we are so sick, because we no longer speak or communicate about this important organ. And this organ, it's actually helps us with our health. And if we continue gather toxins, then we're not going to be healthy. So for that purpose, I think that the best thing will be if we just first learn and touch our body. I like when we get in touch with our body, when we learn and we understand our stomach, we press a little bit and we feel. So for that purpose, I usually suggest that we should lie down comfortably. So you're going to lie down on your back comfortably. You put your legs a little bit high like this. You kind of fold them, okay, but on the floor. And now what I want you to do is kind of start touching your stomach. You can start from your right side and slowly move with your hands to the left. It doesn't matter how, but the idea is that you just understand that you have amazing system there, and I want you to appreciate the system and truly touch and feel. Okay. So when you press in any area, do you feel, is there is a little bit maybe pain, or is there is any area that you feel that it's a little bit hard? Okay, so you can answer me if you want to. You can close your eyes and start just touching your stomach. If there's any area you feel a little bit uncomfortable. Okay, so
I don't know if like one side feels a little bit like
on the right,
tougher.
on the left,
On the right side.
okay, on the right side. Okay,
Yeah.
see, the right side is where our liver is located. So I also want you to touch under the ribs and see what right side is more puffier than the left side. And I can say from my perspective, yes, when I touch, I feel that my right side is a little bit bigger than my left. That already shows that the liver is a little bit inflamed and tired, even though I do not drink alcohol and I do not do any other things. But I don't have a gallbladder, so obviously it puts a lot of pressure on my liver. Well, what do you feel when you touch? Do you feel by touching, do you feel the one side is kind of a little bit more puffier? It's actually more puffy, like more ballooned, I would say. Well, another thing,
Right.
what you do is slide your fingers under your ribs and push it hard, gently but hard. And for that purpose, you can open the mouth and say, ah. Now, by doing this, what do you feel? Do you see like pulsation? Do you feel like boom, 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 boom when you're doing this? Do you feel it? Okay, let's do one more time. It's very important because this is how you can understand about your body. So you're gonna hold your hands on the right side, slide them under the rib cage gently, and then push it a little bit hard. Don't worry, nothing gonna happen. But like not that hard, so but push it hard. And what do you feel? And if you say ah, it will be more relaxed, and you're gonna feel something there. What do you feel? Tell me. Okay, so let's say I'll close my eyes, I'll do it. I feel how it's pulsating. I feel how my stomach is pulsating. It's doing like this, doom, 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 doom. Okay? Okay, do you feel any pain while doing this?
So you're just putting your hands under your ribs?
Right, so what you do is you put your hands like this, and then you slide them under the ribs. And then you release or breathe, so that way your fingers will go more deep inside. And once we're gonna go deep inside, it will tell you what is happening inside your liver or your digestive tract. If you feel a little hard or heavy, or do you feel that it's pulsating, like vibrating? Well, that means, there are blockages there. Okay. Okay, so that's a try. And you can do this every morning or every night before you go to sleep. Then let's go to the middle of our stomach. Let's feel over there. How do you feel when you press between two rib cages? You press it. What do you feel? What do you feel? Do you feel like it's pulsating? Do you hear plum liquid? Do you feel comfortable, or you want just right away say, oh, I don't want to touch there, it's uncomfortable? What do you feel? If you feel pulsating, that also means stagnation. Okay, so you press it, and you kind of can press, and you can also do and your fingers will go in, and it will start even pulsating harder. That's releasing a lot of stagnation over there. This is a wonderful exercise to work. Uh-huh. And you're gonna feel if it's here pulsating in your stomach, that's to release. So the best way to release it, you can just do like this. Just press it like this, gently. Okay. Then let's go to our belly button. Now, for the healthy individual, the belly button shouldn't be outside. It should be sitting inside. Many people have a lot of problems with their belly button. Belly button is very important. So if you have mucus or toxins coming out, that means a lot of garbage is piled. So let's touch our belly button. See, around, not inside the belly button, but around your belly button. So let's say this is your belly button. You go around, you touch. You touch how you feel. If there is any area you feel uncomfortable, you might feel gas, you might feel pulsation, same pulsation that you felt in the upper part. Found the area where you might have a little bit pain. Gently, gently, nobody is rushing. I just want you to learn about yourself. This is the whole idea of learning and getting in touch with yourself and heal with yourself. How you can heal if you don't know what's going on in your system. So by touching, this is the best method. Now let's go and put your under the belly and push it in. You might hear grrr. You might hear noises. You might feel bubbles. That's all gas and many stuff. Continue pressing. You might feel uncomfortable, then just do it a little bit slower. See, all the bladder problems, they're all right there. It's because there is a lot of blockages there. Now let's go on the right side and press and push it in. Don't be afraid to push. I want you to feel. What do you feel? Release it. Release your air, and then like the best is and you feel how hands will go in. Uh-huh. Hi, Sunita. We're doing a massage on our abdomen. Come join us, love.
Thank you, Hava.
Okay, lie down on the floor and put your legs a little bit like how you call it? You hold your legs like this. Lie down on the floor.
Okay.
And just you can close your eyes or keep them open. All we're trying is to learn about our system. We're trying to learn what is happening in our digestive system. Okay. So before we touched our liver, we felt if there is any pain. And I would suggest that you touch your stomach and you feel if there is any puffiness on the right side. Do you see which area is more puffed, the right or left by you?
Okay. For me, okay.
close and just feel your stomach. Just feel it. Near the rib cages. This is where the rib cages. Put your hands there, down toward the belly button. Hold your hand, and what do you feel? I know that mine is a little bit hot. There's no even question about it.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting what everyone feels. It's very good if you tell me your experience. Okay,
I feel like there's some pain under like when you push in underneath like the belly button area, like under that area.
okay. That's
But
so you continue shaking this area. You want to bring in a little bit circulation, so you can just shake it like this. Now the same thing you do now, you touch and you go at the upper part of your belly button, upper part, touch there. What do you feel? If you feel pulsation, like boom, 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 or you feel pain, just press it, just press, and then slowly release it. Now there is a one healer in Russia, in Moscow. All what he's doing is he's massaging the stomach. Oh, I took his class. It was very interesting. And he only what he does is by pressing the stomach. Hello, Noga. How are you? Come join the class. Okay. So you're gonna lie down and we are trying to touch our stomach and feel. Okay. So if you feel on top, now let's go to the left side. What do you feel near your belly button on the left side? What do you feel? Do you feel uncomfortable pain there? Do you hear grr, grr, brr, all these kind of noises? Hello, Ricky, how are you? Welcome to everyone. Okay, so continue work. Touch your belly button, around your belly button, not inside the belly button, around the belly button. What do you feel? Like here. What do you feel? Do you feel something? Do you feel pulsation? Do you feel your muscle cramping? Uncomfortable pain? This is just shows you toxins, okay? So I want you that every day, when you wake up in the morning or at night before you go to sleep, just massage your abdomen, feel your stomach. It's very important because in the beginning of the Zoom, I read a story about who is in charge. Okay, so just massage it now. Just massage it. Feel where you feel uncomfortable. There's some areas you might feel uncomfortable. Now let's go on the left side, rib cage, and slide your fingers under and push it. What do you feel? And release the air. Say, ah. See your stomach will open. Your stomach will expand, and your fingers will slide more deep. Very good. Just press. Yeah. Now let's go a little bit on the lower part on the left side. Okay, so work on your left side. Hello, Mazal, welcome.
Hi.
Okay, so lie down and start doing exercise with us. What we're doing is we are learning about our digestive system. We touch our liver, we touch our belly button, we feel. I want to hear what you feel, all of you. It's very important because you learn through this. And then if your child will come and will tell you, Mommy, I have a stomach pain, you will touch, you will understand, and you will guide him, and you can able to massage his stomach. And the way we are massaging the stomach is always from the right to the left. from the right to the left, never from the left to the right. This is an opposite. We go from the right to the left, okay? So what do you feel, everyone? How do you feel? Even just tap like this now. What do you feel? Is there any area you feel uncomfortable?
I feel like I'm pushing a kid's ball.
Ah, well, now many pain, uncomfortable. Mhm. Let's give a couple minutes, try. So everyone who new came, the first thing what I said is you lie down and you feel which area is more puffy, your right or left. And I said that mine is more puffy because my liver is overworking, even though I'm not drinking any alcohol. And then you slide your fingers under your ribs on the right side and push your liver and feel, do you feel any pain there? If yes, then your liver is overworking and it needs your love and attention. But because it's all about heal yourself, I want you to feel, I want you to understand. You can also play like music and touch and understand what is going on. Is any area feels very soft? Do you feel bubbles? Do you feel pulsation? Pulsation, just stagnation, okay? Your belly button, feel your belly button, around the belly button, not belly button itself. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, very good. So now I'm going to give you a simple exercise that you can do to help yourself. Hello, whoever joined the class. So for that purpose, I'm going to teach you a couple things, a couple exercises you can do. Now, so you right now felt your stomach, you touched your stomach, you feel where you have a little bit more problems. Next time you can just massage it over there, warm some a little olive oil and just work your way and just massage it and feel your stomach. And now let me show you wonderful exercise to activate your stomach. You're going to lie down like this, and then you're going to pick up this part, and then you're going to drop it on the floor. Pick it up, drop it. Pick it up, drop it. So what you do right now, you're actually activating, you're creating vibration, similar to clapping, but you're actually helping yourself. So let's pick it up like we are doing push-ups, similar to push-ups, okay? And drop it. Let's do it one more time. Up and drop it. Again, up and drop it. Again, up and drop it. Up and drop it. Again, up and drop it. Okay, how do you feel? So this is wonderful exercise to activate your stomach. Very, very good exercise, okay? I would like to hear, what do you feel? Do you feel anything? How was the feeling? How was the touch? Is there any area that felt that needed your love and care, that you felt uncomfortable? This is just shows you the truth. That shows you there is a lot of toxins, there is a garbage piling up in the system, and your job is to remove this garbage out of your system. And just by gently massaging and doing this tapping technique, you actually can help yourself. Another thing, many people are suffering from insomnia. They cannot sleep at night. Well, because the liver is working at that time. So one of the best solutions to help your liver, but why your liver is in problem? Well, because your digestive system is not working well. So for that purpose, I always suggest to have a hot bottle. If you have a hard time falling asleep, fill this with the hot water and apply this over your stomach. You can apply this over your right, or you can apply this on the middle or in the back, on the side, on the left side, but usually on your right side. And if you go to sleep by holding like this, you're gonna fall asleep very quickly because you're gonna relax, okay? So this is a very, very good technique to help yourself to sleep well. It also helps to regenerate the liver, which is amazing. Okay, so hot bottle is a must. Everyone, whoever follows me, and you know that I always suggest tools. This is one of the most important tools you need to have at home at all times. So now if the child comes to you, you're gonna massage his stomach gently. Then you're gonna apply a hot bottle and you see, and you can even also put some music and you see how the child will fall asleep. It doesn't matter if it's a baby or if it's a 10-year-old or teenager. It doesn't matter. It's all the same thing, because we are all holding in a lot of stagnation and toxicity. And as I read in the story beginning, if the bowels are not healthy, we are not healthy because they are in charge. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start slapping a little bit, and we're gonna start from our head, and then we're gonna go tap every area in our body. We're not gonna work too much on the head because by you is night, and at night we don't tap over these areas. Because this is young, we tap on in organs. So that's, but I want you to a little bit get in touch with yourself. The best if you have already the tray like this. So you're gonna stand on a tray and you're gonna start tap. Okay, let me move. Okay. Hope that people on Instagram can see me. You see me, the ones on the Zoom? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna tap. Let's start. You can close your eyes and gently tap the crown. Now, tapping means truly tapping. It doesn't mean that you are very gentle. The idea that you need to work. You truly have to feel uncomfortable. Okay? My hands are heavy, so I know that each tap by me is very strong. And so now what I'm doing is I'm activating through my toes, and I'm also working over my hand. Okay? So let's start tapping. Now go to the back of your head. Then go to your front. Go around your eyes, on your cheeks. And while doing this, we're also scanning. Where there is a problem, we are scanning, okay? We are scanning ourselves. The whole idea is you're doing the test. This is the best test that you can ever do, because by tapping, you feel, ooh, my sinuses, I feel they're not working well. There is a stagnation. Ear infections, people, why they suffering from ear infections? Stagnation, toxicity, lack of circulation. Okay, so let's work. Go lower on your chin, under your thyroid gland, your neck, the front, the chest. Now let's go to the sides, the shoulders that we're going to work today because they are connected to our intestine. But feel, is any area you feel a little bit pain when you tap here? Let's say I can say I feel pain here. I mean, here I feel pain. There could be muscles, doesn't matter, but it's sensitive area. You feel that it's sensitive. And if you don't feel anything, that means you're not tapping enough. So I would suggest then do like this, or like put your hand like this and then just tap. See, I can feel very quickly, but people who are not used to, for them might be a hard time. But go with it, feel it. Feel. This is a blessing, see? This is a blessing. Go over your hands, your fingers. Feel. Okay, go touch inside. Over your hand. Go under armpit. Okay, lots of emotions, lymph nodes. That's why ladies have a lot of problems. Okay, go under. Feel, touch. Now the same thing let's do with our other side. Feel. Any area. Look for a pain. You want to look for a pain. You want. The idea is not, oh, I don't have any pain. That doesn't say anything. Look where you have the pain. Feel it. Top, under. Where? Any pain? Remember, tomorrow when we are not meeting, this is where you're gonna slap and a little bit stretch. Okay, good. Now go under your lymph. Where is your lymph nodes? Underarm, around, the side. Touch. We work now on the stomach. We felt a little bit. That's good. Now let's go working on the sides, the hips. Do you know the hips are connected to the garbage in the system? If you're not moving your bowels, you're gonna have a hip problems. You might say, what this has to do with the bowels? It's all about the bowels. You remember the story that I just read you. And whoever came late, then when it will be recorded, go back and re-listen to the story. It's all about the bowels. They are in charge. So you might say, what should I do if I have cyst, fibroids? What do you think are they? They are just side effect of the toxins because of the bowels. The bowels are toxic. You become toxic. It doesn't matter what the disease is. It's all diseases come from one source. I'm saying that there's other sources, meaning external, environmental, but I'm just trying to teach you one thing at a time. Okay, tap, what do you feel? Continue tapping. Your toes. Oh, let's do the other side, the same. And while doing this, you please breathe, okay? You can breathe. Doing this specifically so you fell in love with your body. You fell in love with the voice the body speaks with you. You understand and you will be impressed how beautiful the creation of God it is. We forget about this. We think our body is damaged. We all the time have to provide something, have another medicine. Okay, good. Okay, very good. Okay, so let's twist a little bit, okay? Because this is wonderful exercise for your stomach as well. So twist, twist, twist. Let's do this. like 10 times now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now when you do the last twist, I want you to turn around and try to look as you can to the back. But your legs need to be straight. So, and you turn. You might feel pain. All this area, you might feel pain. Your stomach, you might feel pain. But that's okay. Continue. Continue stretching. Do deep breathing. Okay, very good. Now, let's do the same thing now to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again, you twist all the way. Keep your legs straight and twist all as further as you can. Go, turn. If we would stand next to the wall, I would love you to touch the wall if you can. Continue stretching. Don't forget to breathe. Okay, very good. Okay, so how do you feel? Now move a little bit, move, move. Move this movement. It doesn't matter, it can be crazy, but move. The idea is to move every part in your body, just move. One of a movement, the guy who is very famous in his movements, all what he does is teaching people how to move, how to move. So move, just move. It doesn't matter, whatever you want, just move, just move. Tai Chi, they do like this. So it's kind of like a Tai Chi, we might say. Okay, but move, it doesn't matter. Now let's shake a little bit. Shake. Shake your legs. Okay. Okay, good. Now let's clap. We're gonna work over our intestines. We're gonna work over large intestines, okay? So, and the areas are over our hand is right here, all the way to here, okay? So let's start. We're gonna do it for 10 minutes, okay? We're gonna do 10 minutes on each side. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Now, I don't know how many are new to this class, but we're gonna slap over the shoulder, over this area. So the idea is that we're now awakening at different points in our system. And the way we slap is exactly as the clapping. Is very similar to acupuncture, okay? Just acupuncture, you work with only specific dots. When you're using your hand, it's actually much simpler because when you slap, you work over many other areas. And I want you to look for a pain. If there is any area that you feel pain and you feel uncomfortable, you can also hold your hand if you want. Yes. And then just slap. Do you feel comfortable or you feel uncomfortable? And now we're just doing on the upper part of the shoulder. So now let's speak a little bit what's going to happen if you're going to have some bruises. Well, this is not the bruises, the badge of honor, I usually call them, because this is just the toxins that coming out from your system. Okay. Very good. You might feel very uncomfortable. You might feel very painful. You might say, oh, but that's okay. Work with the pain.
Hava,
Yes.
is it okay if I sitting with my legs crossed? Because I have a hard time sitting.
Yes.
That was okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank
Sure. Now, while we're slapping, we should say, a blessing that first we want to acknowledge, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. And I'll take care of you. And I truly want you to slap. Now, it's very serious because I have people sometimes when they do with me and then they tell me, oh, nothing is red. If you're not clapping efficiently, then you're not doing anything. You just better just to turn off and just go your way, because the idea is to truly create circulation, open the blockages. Okay, so the only way it's going to happen if you truly will slap. So I don't want you to feel, oh my gosh, my poor shoulder. No, this is very serious. Otherwise, it's just worthless. You can close your eyes and just dive with the pain if you have. I'll tell you, by the exercise that we start in the beginning, by massaging our abdomen, feeling the liver, many times, let's say if you cannot move your bowels and you have a hard time or you have a stomach problem, just do this and you will see how fast you're going to run to the bathroom, because you suddenly activated something there. There is a toxins are building up, and there is no better way than massaging it, giving some love, not to be fearful. This is your body. Your body is so resilient. Your body is so strong. Now, it's very important that after the class, you wait a little bit and you don't go straight into the shower. I want you to drink warm tea with honey but do not drink any cold drinks, any icy drinks. That's just cooling the system. And stay away from wind. If there is any wind above your head or something, then move from there. Because now you're opening certain areas, you're opening your skin. And that could be very dangerous if you're opening your skin and there is a wind that can actually cause flu or many other problems. So just as a precaution.
How about fan? Should we not have it's not good idea to have fan as well?
Right, so maybe you want to move a little bit to the side, so that way the fan not be right above you, because if it's right above, then it's the wind all the time comes. We are broken our skin, right, by doing this. And if you're standing next to fan, then the cold air or just, and that's why we're not allowed to sleep with the fan. It's not good to sleep with the fan. Yeah.
Why isn't it good to sleep with a fan?
Because it's you all the time sending a wind, which is unnatural. And many people just get sick when they have a fan above their head. This is actually very known phenomenon. You should never sleep with a fan on top, above you or next to your bed or something like that.
But so many people have ceiling fans in their bedroom.
Exactly. That's the most horrible idea.
Really? Oh, I thought it was good for circulation.
Well, you can do this before you go to sleep, okay? But when you're sleeping and you have this wind above your head, it's not a good thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's only at night, sorry, Hava. Only at night, only when you sleep, or
Well, when you're sleeping, all these areas, all the back and the shoulders and the neck are very important. So let's say you're sleeping now, and there is a wind that all the time flows above your head. It cools down your shoulders or your upper part, and you can actually get flu like this. Yeah, it's you always have to be very careful. Also, let's say don't take a shower and then go outside. This is the worst thing you can do for yourself. This is not healthy. And most people in America, they actually do an opposite. They take a shower, then they go to the wedding or to the event. This is ridiculous. It should be an opposite. I mean, you can wash your face and clean your armpits, fine, but not taking a whole full shower, because that cools the whole entire system. Okay, so a couple of things I'm suggesting. You observe. You know what? The best lesson is you observe. Now that you a little bit understand about yourself, I want you to be aware of these tiny things. They're very important.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. When they're eating, they'll have ice water, and that's bad too. Because, first of all, like 45 minutes before and like probably 1 hour after or something like that, you're not supposed to hydrate because it dilutes the acidic juices, which actually, like, the digestive juices and everything. You're not supposed to dilute. Not only do they drink, but then they also drink ice water, which reduces the temperature so much, and that's bad.
Exactly, Sunita. It paralyzes the stomach, basically. It's paralyzing the stomach. And the food stays undigested, unprocessed, and then we are suffering. I mean, we can have a little bit water if needed, if the food is very dry, right? But overall, not the way that people do, gulping cola while they're eating. It's not a good idea. Yeah. Okay, we're finishing. And now let's move on the right shoulder, or if you do on the right, then move on your left. 3, 2, 1, go. See, all these things are so important. It's because our mom didn't teach us. Our grandmother maybe remembered a little bit, but overall, usually this knowledge was passed from generation to generation, from mom to the doctor. But for the last 100 years, we lost this knowledge. And that's why my mission is to bring back this essential knowledge, because if you don't know, this is the ABC. If you don't know the ABC, then what's going to help me to get and treat other problems when you don't understand the basics? And I actually had a wonderful story of someone who shared with me of one lady who was very sick, and she had the cancer, and then she was using a different she attended different workshops, she using different bio sound techniques and many things, and she actually healed. She went to the doctor and they saw no cancer. There was no cancer in the body. It's gone. Bye-bye. So So it was amazing. But guess what? After 3 weeks, she passed away. And nobody realized, why did she pass away? They don't understand, why did she pass away? Well, then they find out, so for the last 3 weeks, she didn't went to the bathroom for a poo. So even though she didn't have a cancer in her system and all the tests show everything is fine, because no one told her that the moving bowels are so essential, you know, she unfortunately passed away from toxemia. So this is how important it is. This is a very important, and we don't speak about this. We think it's just that's not interested. You have a kids. The first thing you have to say is that how did you go to the bathroom today? How it was? How did you feel? And then the same question you should ask yourself and your loved ones and your husband, and pay attention to everyone. That's why you have eyes to look, your ears to listen to what they're telling you. This is your job. And the same when you are aware about yourself and you think about this, then guess what? Then it's even much easier. And people want to solve other problems when they barely can solve the first problem, which is this: learn about the bowel movement. It's very serious. Now let's go over what does it mean moving the bowels. That means as many times you eat, you have to go. And it shouldn't be a diarrhea, but it should be a good bowels that you sit and you go quickly. It should not be like a hot dog. If it's like a hot dog, that means it's been sitting there for a long time, even though many doctors will say it's good. But according to the old studies, it's not. Then other things, it's important. Do not sit a long time. You sit long time, you push a lot, then it's not good. What else I would suggest? Okay, so the most important criterion is to know how many times you eat, that many times you have to move. And I usually say you have to eat less and poop more. And people will tell me, what do you mean? It doesn't make any sense because now I'm eating less. Well, you're eating less, but there is so much garbage in your system. And don't worry, this less is actually a lot. And each time when you move, you should say, oh my gosh, I didn't believe that I have so much garbage in my system. Only then you understand what does it mean moving your bowels. I have people who come and then after a year or two, they will tell me, oh, now I understand. I didn't know this before. Well, it takes years. It's not something happened in a day. So be patient, give yourself love, but this is important. This is the basics.
So, Hava,
Yes.
if you try to eat clean and you eat the right thing, fruits, vegetables, yes, meat, but the right thing as far as you know, and still you go one time to the bathroom, you eat twice a day and you go one time to the bathroom, it's still not okay?
No, you eat twice a day, you have to go twice a day.
So if you eat fruit and you don't go, what does it mean?
What do you mean?
Fruit supposed to make you go to the bathroom, no? Especially kiwi, I heard. There are some fruits that, but if it doesn't happen, what does it mean?
That means there is a stagnation. That means that you are not absorbing, digesting. That's why, for that purpose, we bring a good bacteria in your gut, because you have a lack of good bacteria. Because when you have a good bacteria in your gut, then you go automatically. If the body will just tell you, okay, it's time to go. It's time to go, without the thinking kiwis and pineapples. The body has its own timing. But when you are healthy, it will just work. And the only way to see it is when you start restoring your microbiome and doing the clapping, okay? But microbiome, that's why I put so much effort into it. It's because everything is a bacteria and we don't have this essential bacteria anymore. If you eat food that is filled with glyphosate, then it's problem. If you grew up by taking Tylenol, that's a problem. If you took antibiotic one time and didn't restore your microbiome, then it's a problem. Yeah, so I'll have to reread what you wrote. I'm sorry, I didn't catch right away. Yeah.
No, whenever I eat Hava, I always think maybe it's too much. I have to go shortly after because I always feel like it's pushing out my old food, it's cleansing me and making room for the new things, and then separating what needs to stay and sending out what doesn't need.
Yeah, but also you have to see if it's many people have stomach problems when they eat and then they right away are running to the bathroom. That's irritable bowel syndrome. That's another thing. So you have to be aware.
Balance.
Right. So you just have to know those details in between. You can see right away someone who have irritable bowel or have other problems like colitis and other problems. You'll see right away when they eat and then oi my stomach, and they run to the bathroom. Well, that's not the food that's been pushed. It's just the stomach cannot absorb and digest, and then creates this problem. And so that's a different thing. But if you feel that you feel energized and you feel good, that you remove the toxins and it's you feel, and then it's good, you know. Everyone.
I don't feel any pain, no
Okay.
pain or anything.
Okay.
I know my son had irritable bowel and then he had Crohn's, but he healed himself together with my teacher, Dr. Christian Limoges, a few years ago, who gave him a strict diet. And most doctors said you can't eat like that. And he actually healed himself the way, I don't know if you ever heard of Dr. Christian Limoges from Montreal. That's who I went to school with to get my ND, naturopathic doctor's license, and he was really amazing
Yeah,
in helping us understand the body and the workings.
Yeah,
and how to live healthy.
That's good.
Is the shoulder meridian, is this connected with the gut area?
Yeah, with your large intestine. And the way we do, we slap, then we stretch. It's very important to stretch, okay? So we will finish clapping on the shoulder, then we're gonna stretch a little bit.
I have a question about the fan.
Yeah.
So it's fine to use the fans in general, but just like not after, like just not at night or not after doing this?
Right, not after doing this and not at night. You wanna make sure you don't have a fan above your head at night. Or now, let's say, if your shoulder is exposed, then you have a fan, then you're cooling the area. It's not good. Also, how is you also have to see if there is a wind, how cool the fan is. Maybe just, I don't know, but the idea is the fan is not good. That's it. That's the whole idea, what I'm trying to say. Any cold area, you're breaking the skin by doing this right now, right? You will see you're gonna have some marks. So what are those marks? Well, this is you breaking the skin and you're pulling the toxins through it. And if you have a fan now above your head, you actually can catch a cold, and then you have a frozen shoulder. You might have. I'm not saying that you will have, but possibility. Then you will feel stiff. You will feel uncomfortable. You'll see. You know what? You can actually experiment. You can experiment. Okay, so let's a little bit shake. Let's stretch a little bit. We worked on our shoulders. Now let's stretch a little. Let's stretch. Now let's go. See, when I'm doing this, I'm stretching. I'm trying to get as lower as I can. Okay. Good. Okay. Let's do a few more tappings over the stomach again. Okay, so the way we're gonna do it, we're gonna lie down on the stomach. And like we're doing a push-ups, you put your stomach up and then you throw it on the floor. 1. Up. 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 Yes. Up. Up. Good. Okay, very good. This is wonderful exercise. Okay. Now let's a little bit stretch, and the way you're gonna do, you're gonna pull it back. You're gonna hold it. Pull it back. You're working on the muscles on your abdomen. You make them harder. You stretch them. Okay. So you're gonna feel very good. Your stomach will thank you. You will feel how good it is. That's why we also do sit-ups all the time. The sit-ups are very important. Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. Okay, so let's a little bit more. Hold this area. Hi, Kindred, how are you? Okay.
I have a blessings.
Blessings, blessings.
Sorry I'm late. I was on Alice's call. I was over there with Master Joe for a while.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, are we ready? Let's continue to work on our next part. And now, yes, love.
I have a question. So
Sure.
sometimes what happens is like I have pain here. So this is my left side.
Yes.
I have pain here. And sometimes I feel like, okay, maybe I did not eat on time, or probably I did not hydrate on time. What could it be?
There could be the pressure that you have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Usually the pressure on the left side is where you feel that you want to move, you want to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
So what I would do, I would just massage it. And as I said, apply a hot bottle. It will relieve the pain.
Okay.
Right? Then you can also activate this way, right? But usually when you're in pain, it's all like this, it's stiff.
Yeah.
So hot bottle is very helpful.
Okay.
But massaging gently, it's very helps too, because this is from where you move. You go to the bathroom. So
Okay.
if you have a pain on this side, it's usually in most cases, it's because you're not moving your bowel.
Got it. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
My bowel was.
I love questions. Bring it on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyone have any other questions? Any questions? Anyone? No questions? Okay, so now let's work over this area right here. Okay, so this is the area we're going to work right now. Let's go for 10 minutes. This might be very sensitive for some. Okay. And I want you with the full swing and give us love. I think today the class was very amazing because I teach you so much. Just don't forget about this. Do this daily. And then teach others, and then help your kids. And this is how we create a real healing, by learning on ourselves and then teaching others. And as I said, speak about your loved ones, about the bowel movement every single day. Every single day. Remember the story. Who is in charge? The brain thought that he's in charge. The eyes thought they are in charge. The legs thought that they're in charge. The stomach thought that he's in charge. But no, the bowels are in charge. Any disease, you will tell me. Any disease, bring it down. Ask me any disease that you want. Hormonal imbalance, hot flashes, liver problems, kidney problems, headaches, vision. All this come from one source and one source only. Pneumonia, okay, people are afraid of pneumonia. What is this pneumonia? Pneumonia is just a buildup of a mucus. Okay, what does it mean, buildup of the mucus? What does it mean? Well, that means the body fight off the invader, put everything into the garbage bag, and now he wants to throw garbage out of your system. But your lymph nodes are full of garbage. You're not moving your bowels daily. You're not drinking in the correct way. And guess what? Then the body is stagnant and slowly toxicity builds in. So, well, so what is your job? Is to open the first and important thing, which is your bowels. Work on them. And that's why restoration of the microbiome plays a very important role. Because if you have a bad bacteria in your gut, then you have no good guys to protect you, to help you. The food that we eat full of glyphosate, toxins. So that's why we have to restore. And I usually say, you know what? When you slap now, you also rebuilding good bacteria, because guess what the bacteria likes? Music, vibration. This is music.
Also, Hava, since we are talking about that, carrot juice is awesome for that purpose, and green juice is awesome. What do you think of both?
Yeah. Okay. So yes, absolutely. Carrot juice is very good, and the green juice, it depends what's inside. Many people, what they do, this mistake is then because they want to put too much stuff in the juice, then actually it's a problem, because if you put the kale and the spinach and the zucchini and the cucumbers and the parsley and lettuces, and you throw everything into the juice, this is ridiculous. I would say don't do it, because the founder of juices, he Dr. Norman Walker, if you read his book, he never suggested like something like that. A maximum of the stuff he would suggest is like combination of 3 or 4 different kind of vegetables. And mainly he would use, let's say, the carrots and a little bit spinach. The most diseases he treated just by carrot and a little bit spinach, you know. Right. So, and I would, so yes, so green juice, absolutely. You can have a celery, especially celery is very cooling. If you live in a very hot area, celery is very good. So celery could be a very good thing, but don't right away wake up and drink celery because that's not the correct thing, right? So,
Why? Why not to drink it first thing in the morning?
because it's cooling and you don't want to drink anything that it's cooling in the morning. And all the vegetables are cooling. So you don't want to do this. And usually you just want to drink water when you are thirsty in the morning.
So green juice or carrot juice, like carrot juice or celery or spinach at like 10 a.m. is okay? Drinking that at 10 a.m.?
Yes, if it's work for you, yes, if you wake up in the morning. And then another thing that I would suggest that when you drink the juice, you swish it in the mouth, not you just gulping down. Because if you're gulping down, then you are not mixing this with the saliva, and then you basically not doing anything. So the idea is of a juice that you put in your mouth and then you chew it like you chew, let's say, a bread, and then you drink it. You understand?
Yeah, that is perfect. They have a line for this. It says, eat your
Yes,
eat your drink and drink your
exactly,
food. Like, you know, you chew
exactly.
so much, the solid food, you chew so much so you can drink it. But for the liquid, it's like you have to eat your liquids. So, yeah.
Exactly. Because our saliva is the one that's responsible, you know, the saliva is so important. We don't understand, but the saliva is the most important. Is the one that helps to break down. Saliva is the one that's mixing. Saliva is also in charge of our dental health. It's all about saliva. So, so that's what I would suggest. And don't gulp a lot of right away. You have to train yourself and obviously listen to yourself. Like I love apple juice. I love orange juice in the morning, more fruits. I usually suggest more fruits, vegetables afternoon. But if for you, if the carrot juice is good, then go for it. But usually fruits in the morning and then the lunch and afternoon, this is where you have the rest of your vegetables and stuff like that.
How about coconut water on the morning? Is that fine? After the cup of water?
If you open the coconut and then you drink it right away, then it's good. But if you have a coconut in the refrigerator, and it's make sure it's a pure coconut water, not a kind of combination of a sugar or stuff like that. Or
no, it's the real coconut that they sell today. The real coconut, it comes with you just make a hole and you drink.
Right, so that you can, but if it's cold again, you don't want it to drink it right away, right? So
Yeah.
let it sit a little bit outside and then drink it. But yeah, coconut I love also. I like very much coconut. Coconut
Is it good to drink during the day?
Asthma. I'm sorry, what?
Is it okay to drink couple of them during the day, the coconut?
Coconut is very good. Yeah, you can drink coconut. So it's a young coconut, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, now let's move on the other hand. 3, 2, 1, go. So while flapping, is any area you feel more pain on your right, on your left? Did you feel more pain over your shoulder, or you feel more pain over your arms? Where is the most pain did you feel? See, ask yourself, not we just chanting, we're talking, we're having fun, but the idea is that you also connect to yourself. And and feel. Where is the pain? Where do you feel more pain? You feel more pain in the upper part, a lower part.
What part are we working on now besides, I'm saying like, is this also part of the like colon also?
This is a large intestine.
Okay. So this is a large intestine and the other one was for the colon?
They're all large intestine today.
Oh, okay.
The most stagnation is in the large intestine. The most toxins, all the diseases, the polyps, all this buildup of toxins, they're all in the large intestine.
What about the small intestine?
The small intestine is a little bit different, but the one that's the most responsible to remove the garbage of your system is a large intestine, because there is no presence of oxygen, so it makes it even harder. And that's why it's so hard to restore the large intestine, because you have to work with bacteria that doesn't like oxygen. That's why we work with bifidobacterium bacteria that likes to live in the area without the presence of oxygen. Okay? So the bifidobacteria is the most important, is the one that you also pass it to your babies. And if you don't have the bifidobacteria in the intestine, then all the troubles begin. You cannot evacuate, you cannot, you have gas, you have bloatness, all these things. They're because of the toxicity that builds over there. And when they tell you, oh, they're parasites, the people don't understand. The parasites are just there to remove the garbage. That people don't understand when they come and tell you, let's do parasite cleanse. They don't understand. What do you mean parasite cleanse? The parasites are there because they are removing the toxic, the pileup of garbage. Otherwise, the person would be dead. So thank you that there are parasites there. We have to think different.
Wow, this is the first time I hear that.
Well,
Oh,
that's what
because parasite, when they are talking about it, it's like you have to get rid of them. It's bad. It's this. That's what makes you sick. This is the illness. This is what they say.
Right. Because nobody understands. That's exactly the problem. If you go now to the doctor and the doctor will tell you, okay, you have a hip problem. So they will tell you, go do surgery. If you go to the allergist and because you have an allergy, what the doctor going to tell you? He's going to tell you, oh, you have an allergy. Take a medication to suppress your allergy.
Yes.
Okay. But now that you are with me and you understand and you're smarter, what does it mean allergy? What does it mean hip problems? What is it?
Buildup of toxins.
Thank you. Buildup of toxins. So whenever somebody come and tell you any disease, right away in your mind, what is it in your mind? It's toxins from your intestine, from your bowels. Okay, that's it. So any disease, you bring it on.
So parasite, the clapping also get rid of the parasite?
So the clapping is just a stimulation. We're helping to remove toxins. But what I'm teaching you is move the bowel daily, right? And I also teach you make sure that you eat food that it's not contaminated. You don't eat food that contains obviously like raw fish and stuff like that. Then you want to restore your microbiome, because once you bring a good bacteria, they will create environment where the parasites say, okay, I don't want to live here. It's uncomfortable. And they will leave. Do you understand? You have to think. They all want to survive. So if they have a food to eat, if they have a snack from 10 years ago rotting in your system, so they're going to stay because they have a job to do. They have a job to do to remove the stack? The old stack that you had 10 years ago that it's still stuck up in your intestine. Okay, and then what? And then when you start restoring your microbiome and you move in your bowels and you create circulation, you create environment where they don't want to live there anymore. So what's going to happen? They're going to leave willingly. They want to leave because it's not environment for them to stay. Do you want to live in this world? Yes. As well as a bug, a fly, the parasite, the animals, they all want to survive. We're in this world as a survival. So we want to live, we want to build family. Look at the areas where it's very hard. If the people don't want to live there, they don't want to build their families and castles. They want to run away. Look what happens in California. It's uncomfortable, so people running away to other comfortable areas. Why? It's because about survival. So this is everything. This is just the part of natural cycle of life. So why you think that your intestines are different than any other area? They're not. They're the same thing. The key problem is depends on the toxins that are in your intestine. Hot flashes. What is hot flashes now?
Your hormones. Lack of hormones. No.
No. Think more.
Then why does it happen?
Hormones is just a
menopause?
side effect. Hormones are just a side effect. What is the root cause of the problem with your hormones?
You turned 50, you stopped getting your period. I don't know.
Now the ladies having hot flashes. What is the root cause of the hot flashes? Not because of the ladies turning 50. Why they have hot flashes?
And toxins.
Thank you. That's it. It's all about toxins. Bowels are toxic. There is a lot of pressure from the garbage. They then spills to the other organs, to the liver, to the kidney, to the pancreas, all other areas. They become contaminated. It's all recycling machine of garbage. So in your blood, slowly there is a buildup of an old stack that's sitting there. And guess what? The old stack then says, hello, I need to come out somehow. And you get the hot flashes. That's it.
So you're saying really healthy people don't get hot flashes?
Exactly. Oh, now you're talking. Healthy people, healthy individuals, they do not have any problems. They don't, you have to go, normally you don't have to have a spotting. You don't have to have hot flashes, sweating, all these problems, premenopause, menopause. What does all this stuff? Look at the books of all the old studies, and you'll see how the herbalists and natural healers that tell you that we should, you should get your period like this. Oh, I didn't know, and you just suddenly have your period. This is a healthy individual. And what is happening with our children right now? Before they get their period, cramping, pain, headaches, all this, what is it? Simple question. How often you go to the bathroom? And the girl will tell you, maybe twice a week. Okay, this is your answer. Why you have the problem? That's it. Simple. It's so simple. That's why I'm writing this book, to teach you how simple it is. Everyone is complicated when it's so simple. You now know more than any doctor.
Okay, Hava, but if you need to live a really, really clean life for that. You need to eat clean, you need to exercise, I mean, what happened? Let's say we are doing all of this. We are doing the clapping. We are trying to restore our microbiome. We are trying to build ourselves, okay? But still, we are just human. If we eat chocolate, if we eat something that we are not supposed to, let's say, what's going to happen?
What's going to happen? If you see, I'm not preparing you for the Olympics, but if you work on yourself, you're going to be good. If you don't work on yourself, then there will be consequences. That's it. You think that one chocolate gonna kill you? No, but if you eat every day chips and the potatoes and you live in a very toxic environment. Okay, I just mentioned today only one thing of toxicity. I break this into 3 different toxicities: environmental, external, and internal. Today we just focused only about internal toxicity, because I can eat clean and make a juices, but if I'm lonely, then the disease will come in anyway. Why? Because I'm lonely, because I'm sad. Look at the many people have a toxic relationship. They are very sick. Oh, also there's many things, but the main component when it comes into body, usually it's the toxicity of your bowels. If the bowels are toxic, then it just understand this is a garbage. There is a garbage bag that's sitting in your system that petrifies with the time, then it spills to the sides, goes to all the organs, recyclers through your bloodstream, and then can settle in different areas where you have weakness. That's why some people have a weakness and they might have a problem here. Some people have a weakness, they might have an allergy. Some people have a stomach problem. It doesn't matter, because you also get a presence from your parents. So if your parents had the weakness, you inherit this weakness. Then you eat the same food as your parents. Then you behave in the same food as your parents. Then guess what? You end up with the same disease as your parents. So to be able to restore all this, you should stop doing what your parents have been doing, restore yourself, bring yourself into the balance, heal yourself, and you will be fine. I didn't say it's going to take you in a day. Your knee problem not going to solve in 5 days, but it will solve with love and care in a couple. In 1 year, you're not going to be the same person.
Hava, I'm almost free of pain. Almost. You can't believe what a change. It's unbelievable. My leg, I can almost. I'm there.
Okay, let's walk a little bit on our knees a little bit. Okay, anyone have any questions, please? Anyone on Instagram have a question? This is your time before we're closing our class. And this will be recorded. And I also wanted to tell you that I will be in New York in August for almost 3 weeks. This is your time to make a class if you want in person. I will be in New York, and then I'm invited to Bulgaria. So I'm going to Bulgaria and to also give a class over there. So come join the classes and learn, and I think today we did so much. It's incredible. Slowly, I'm going to teach you. Okay, very good. Okay, everyone. Any questions? Anyone? Any questions? Anything last? If not, just close.
Question, please.
Yes, love. Please go ahead.
If allergies are buildup of toxins, how come you have children who are a few months old, they're being breastfed, and yet they're allergic to something? And then the mother, like my daughter-in-law, for a year and a half couldn't have any dairy, but she's such a clean eater, and this was an infant, so I don't understand. How does that happen?
But the infant didn't born out of nowhere. The infant came from the mother who already inherited weakness. Even though she's eating clean, you also want to figure out if she's moving the bowels every day. You don't know this.
No, I don't.
Okay, so I'm telling you right now, the mother is under stress. She's not moving her bowels. She might be eating clean, but she has a lot of notification that she gets, she doesn't understand. And then if she took 1 time or 2 times antibiotic, or while she was pregnant, she did a test, the swab, and they said that she might have some bacteria, and she took antibiotics while she was pregnant without restoring the microbiome, then all this passed to the baby. And as soon the baby comes to the world, the baby has no good bacteria in her gut. So baby has no bifidobacteria in his gut. And what happens is susceptible to all diseases that are around. So you understand that the baby, and then mother feeds her own blood. What is the nursing? What is the milk? Milk is a blood. Okay. So if your milk is toxic, you passing this to the baby has stomach problems and allergies and many other things. You understand? That's
Yeah.
it. It's very simple. I love the question because you learn through asking. This is very important. Once it will click in your mind, you will just understand so quickly, better than any doctor. What is the heart disease? Is a stagnation, is a toxicity. When the heart goes, that means every organ in the body is already contaminated with toxins. That's why heart is #1 killer in the world. Why? Because till it gets to the heart, every organ is being toxic. The bowels are toxic, the liver are toxic, the pancreas is toxic. You might not see it in front of your eyes, but it's happening inside. And then the person dies, and we don't know why. Oh, he died. Well, he didn't just die. There was a meaning. It was a buildup of toxins. Any disease that you will say, it all begins from the toxicity.
So then, do you think maybe that things aren't actually genetic, that, like you said, we're just repeating our parents' mistakes?
No, there is okay, so you're passing weakness. So what I
Right.
usually do is I see, that's why I ask usually a parent, when I see a client, the first thing that I ask, how's the health of your parents? I can already sense what the problem might be. So if someone will say, someone had a heart, my father had a heart problem, my mother is fine. It gives you anything, but heart is already enough to tell you there is a weakness in the system. Okay. So when they tell you that it's already meaning, okay, so the whole entire body is weakened. But when I say the whole entire body, what is the main organ you're going to go? To the bowels. Now, most people inherit problems with digestive problems. In the last 70 years, we have a problem with digestion because the food that we eat is so contaminated with toxins that we no longer, and also not just forget about contamination of the food, stress, which destroys all the gut microbiome. Then the next thing, you might say, what is the next thing? Okay, so the next thing is the supplements that we're hopping like crazy. What are those supplements that you're, do you know from where they come? Do you know who made them? You have no idea. You're just hopping because someone just told you to it's good, so you're taking without even doing any research. Then other things, water. You drink water from bottles, the toxic water. Some even drink still from the sink. Horrible. Okay, so that's water, another toxin. Then if you take one time antibiotic, and I'm telling, one time you took antibiotic and you didn't restore your micro, and what the most times what happens is that people top antibiotic and they wait till they finish antibiotic and then they start taking probiotic. This is like oy vey, because when you're taking antibiotic, you're removing all the good and bad guys from the system. But guess what? Because of your lifestyle, because you're not eating clean, who is the one who will settle faster, the good or the bad?
The bad?
Aha. So that's it. Obviously, the bad ones, they will reproduce so quickly in the system. And then until you wake up and they say, okay, I have to take the probiotics, you already have the parking lots. Like that's not what Natasha usually tells. Parking lots will filled with the bad bacteria. And what is this bad bacteria is doing there? They are slowly creating holes in your stomach, ulcers, cysts, many things, because they are to eat, they are to damage. This is their job. That's it.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, everyone, have a wonderful and blessed week.
I have one more.
Yes.
I have one more question. With the like showers after after doing the tapping or the clapping, do you have to wait like an hour or two?
Wait an hour. That would prefer 2 is the best. 1 hour is okay. By you, it's already late, so just wait an hour, drink a cup of tea, and then take a shower, and then go to bed. And you're gonna have beautiful night.
Okay, it's always good to have tea after doing this.
Well, it's preferred to drink something because you're very dehydrated. I'm sure that you're very dehydrated. Well, today we didn't really did a lot of exercise and jumping and stuff, but overall drinking is good.
Okay, I have one last. I have one last question. Is it easier if I text afterwards?
If you what?
Is it better if I text the message?
Text message? What do you mean?
Yeah. I'm saying, should I ask it now or I can like follow?
Well,
okay.
Ask now.
Okay, so I'm asking for someone else. I wanted to know, if someone got the COVID, if someone got the vaccine,
yes,
and they want to, will it affect the child, or will it, like, if they want to have another child?
Well,
what could they do? Or
okay, so what I would suggest in the first, and because you already listen a lot from what I was saying today, the first thing that I would suggest for parents to be prepared to remove the toxins out of their system, make sure they're restoring the good microbiome, because what COVID that actually eliminated all the bifidobacteria. If you hear a lot of people speak about bifidobacteria, so I would suggest to restoring the microbiome is number one, bringing in bifidobacteria. So for that purpose, if they go on my website, Hava Wellness, you'll see bifidonate bacteria. They should start taking this, father and the mother, because they're both lacking this essential bacteria. Then when she finally will get pregnant, and then while she's carrying the baby, at the last trimester, she's going to take specific bacteria that are designed to start settling in the baby's digestive system. Okay, so for that purpose, that's why we give Life Start Pro to start restoring the microbiome also in the baby. And then when the baby comes out, she feeds the baby by restoring the microbiome, giving straight to the baby and taking herself and the father as well, because they're together. So this is what I would suggest. The next I would suggest to coming to the classes and learning and doing clapping with us, because what it does, it opens, it creates, we're removing toxins. Did you see if you have any, I don't know if I have any purple today, maybe here some, or here, I have some here. So check if you have some toxins. Well, do tell them the same thing. Remove the garbage. The beauty of our body, that everybody's brainwashing us and scaring us and creating this fear. The God created the best machine. It's a human body. Our human body regenerates itself every day. Your blood is rejuvenating every month. So if they start working on themselves, removing the garbage, what do you think going to happen?
Now, I have one other thing. Well, some people recommend nattokinase, like for the blood, or like to clean it out.
It's all nonsense, because it's like giving something to the dead person. What you're giving to someone, what, a supplement? But what is supplement going to do if they are full of crap in their system? I'm sorry for my language. Do you understand?
So it's the bacteria and the clapping that's going to be very helpful.
Number one, make sure they learn how to move their bowels. You can ask them simple questions. How often you go to the bathroom? And they're going to tell you every other day or once a week, or they have other. You right away you're gonna sense it, that's why they are sick, that's why they have. Who cares about this COVID vaccine? The body regenerates. The body can remove the toxins. They can do this through sweating, through the bath. There are many things to do in a simplified manner. So first, learn to move the bowels. This next, make sure that you're drinking clean water, restoring your microbiome, then doing a clapping, so that way you bring in a circulation, remove the garbage out of yourself, help yourself to clear the toxins, remove emotions. If you have emotions stuck here, you're going to continue carry those emotions. If lymph nodes are stuck here, so they tell you, okay, take this nano, but lymph nodes are here full of garbage. What it's going to help me to do? Nothing. That's why the whole supplement business is one big nonsense, because they're not understanding. They're doing the same thing as the doctors. They're doing the same thing like doctors. Any doctor or any natural healer who will continue prescribing you supplements, just walk away, because they don't understand what they're doing. They just providing you the same thing like everybody, like a doctor. What is the difference between the doctor and a holistic practitioner? If
But
they both
sometimes,
provide you the same, just one provides you antibiotic or steroids, another one provides you a vitamin D and provides you omega-3s, and I don't understand.
but people who are deficient in something like vitamin D,
Okay.
isn't that something important, that they're not getting sunlight, or then they need
Right.
to have that?
Why they are deficient in vitamin D? The question number one, why I am deficient in vitamin? If you do the test and tell you're deficient in vitamin D, I understand why you are deficient in vitamin D. Oh, you're just deficient. What do you mean? My body is stupid? But my body doesn't understand that I need vitamin D for survival?
Well, some people don't, I guess, get outside enough, or if it's winter, and I mean,
Well,
it comes from the sun, right?
yes, but it's stored in certain specific area. If you just go outside a few times, that should be enough to get plenty of vitamin D. But why you have not enough vitamin? It's because you have toxins in your system that are spilled to other organs. Your kidneys are overworking. Your liver is overworking. Then you have problem. But that's why you cannot absorb. It's because they're so toxic. It's a garbage. Remember, it's a garbage bag full of toxins. So you're gonna give him vitamin D. What is gonna do? Enhance your poop. That's it. This is how simple it is. So when you create the proper environment, when you work on your system, when you clap, you regenerate your liver, your kidneys, your stomach, your pancreas, you regenerate, you help your lymph nodes to clean the toxins out, then guess what will happen? The vitamin D will come in and will say, thank you for a whole entire winter, you will be fine. But giving supplement to someone who have already garbage filled with toxins, what is going to do? Nothing. That's why the people are not healing, is because people are hopping supplements and expecting the results. But results on what? The stomach that is paralyzed, the stomach that is sick, the stomach is full of toxins, there's a stomach that barely can digest and absorb the food. That's why when they do autopsies, guess what they see? Millions of toxic mushes of capsules, never been absorbed, never been digested, sitting in the stomach.
Oh.
That's why what I teach is a foundation, foundational health. You cannot be here if you don't understand the foundation. And this is not the doctor's job. And the healers, unfortunately, they don't do this. They're not going to teach you this. Because why? I understand them why. Because if I teach you now, you're not going to come back to me. Because you understand now the basics, right? So why I need you anymore? So no, so they create customers. So what are they different than any other person, any other doctor? They're the same thing. If I come back to you and you didn't teach me how to take care of myself, then you're not doing your job, my love. This is the hardest job. That's why what I'm doing. 20 years I'm teaching. You think it's easy? There is a times that I have nothing but to eat, but I don't care. I'm on a mission. Because people cannot get healthier, cannot take care of their children if they don't understand something that we knew. This was passed to generation from your grandmother would tell this to your grandmother. she would tell her, hey, eat this, eat that, take some dandelion, oh, throw some greens. There was a meaning to it. There was never watermelon in the winter. There was no such thing, watermelon in the winter. It just happens now in the supermarkets. But there is a meaning why there was not watermelons in the winter, because the watermelon is cooling. It's not designed to have to eat if you live in New York, right? And the same thing in opposite. And then you see people who are preaching you plant-based diet. Oh, they're telling you eat plant-based diet. Oh, very good, very good. If you live in Canada or you live in the areas where it's so cold and damp, you're gonna eat plant-based diet, you're gonna lose all your muscles, you're gonna be half dead. And I've seen people who follow those gurus and end up losing all the muscles. Why? It's because they're losing the common sense, because no one taught them the basics. There is a seasonal food, there is restoration microbiome, moving the bowels daily, make sure that you're very well, and then you listen to yourself and you love yourself. You understand that anything in the body is just, fever is a blessing, diarrhea is a blessing, headache is a blessing. All the things that we go through life are just blessing to awaken us, to tell us, hello, take care of me, love me. I'm going to give you one thing, and let's say cough. How do you look at the cough? I said before about the pneumonia. How you look about the cough? What is cough?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking anyone on the group, whoever wants to say, what is cough? You see the child, or you see an older person, or you see somebody's coughing. How you look at the cough? What would you say? Oh, poor, you have a cough. Oh, what should we do? Let's go take a swab test. Let's go take you to the doctor. Let's give you antibiotic. Or you say, thank you. Wow, cough. Okay. What kind of cough is it? Dry cough, wet cough. Okay. If it's a wet cough, that means the body already did the job, remove the toxin, putting everything into the mucus. Now my job is to remove the mucus out of the system, make sure that all the organs are open. And if the cough is dry, that means the body didn't have enough opportunity to kill this bacteria. So I'm going to help. I'm going to provide some herbs, and herbs will do the job. They're going to help assist the body to kill whatever is needed. Then you're going to get the wet cough. And from the wet cough, you're going to work and remove the toxins out of the system. That's it. That's the cough. That's it. Done. So, but if I didn't have the cough, or if I had the cough and I would just follow the modern medicine like everybody else, what would you get for the cough? You're going to get suppressant. They would suppress your body. They would give you something to suppress your cough. It's like shooting your own leg. The body tells you, I want this out. And you tell, no, I'm going to keep the mucus inside. Thank you. And guess what the second thing comes? Bronchitis. From bronchitis, pneumonia. Why the pneumonia? Pneumonia is when already so much mucus gathered in the system, so much toxins inside, that now it's a severe case. You understand? It's beautiful. Yeah. It's a life-changing.
It's a lot of information. It's a lot of things to.
Well, but I light the bulb. Okay. Okay. Bye, everyone. This will be recorded. Please share with your loved ones. It's so beautiful. If you share, you're helping me, and you're helping me to spread this important information. Bye, everyone. And I see you Thursday. Bye-bye.